saying about me is all in my head. I am thinking it's all in my head.
Hello everyone, it's Tiffany Lyn, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you my minimalist room transformation. I find that it's so important for my central space that I live in to be very clean, tidy, and free of clutter. And unfortunately, I live with someone else who does not share that belief. So I've had to do a lot of convincing and tricking and cooperating with my partner to make it so that our joint spaces are really spaces that benefit both of us. They're clean and organized enough that I feel happy and less stressed, but also filled with enough things that he feels happy because that's what he likes. So I've managed to convince him that we needed to clean up and declutter a lot of the things in our bedroom and just come to a better compromise for our living situation. And the result is that our bedroom has gone from a very cluttered place to something that's much more manageable, at least for me. So just basically to give you a tour of our room, when you walk through the door, there is a dinosaur on the wall on the left that we've had for a really long time. It's something that my partner really likes. It feels like he can express himself through that dinosaur. So our room also has a lot of wood paneling in it. So there's wood paneling, and then where there's not wood paneling, there's just plain white paint. And then as you wrap around the room, around the left side, there has been a lot of shelving in that corner for various items, and then our bed pretty much remains on the other side. And then across from our bed, we have two huge closets. There's one for each of us, and that's pretty much where we store all of our clothes and where I store all of my personal items. So we're renters and we can't really change our room that much, which means that I can't have like beautiful, pristine white walls like most minimalists do, and I can't have like hardwood floors like most minimalists do. That sort of minimalist aesthetic is a little bit out of reach for us, and I'm not even sure that it's something that we would really want. I love the minimalist aesthetic, but at the same time, sometimes it just feels clinical and not really livable. So as you can see from the footage, we had a lot of work to do. This transformation took us about 2 days. So it was a lot of my partner decluttering his stuff and then me cleaning up after him, which is kind of my life, but it's not sexism, it's just real life. Anyways, so the first thing that we tackled was the closets, because the closets are pretty full, especially my partner's closet. So he went through and he got rid of a ton of clothes and a ton of bags and just organized his closet and put things where it's supposed to go. And then the second thing that we tackled were the shelving units. So we got rid of a couple of shelving units, and then we combined the things that were on those shelving units and just organized the space better so that we didn't need as many pieces of furniture in our room. We were able to repurpose one of the shelves that my partner was using for his shoes by putting his shoes in this closet and then using that shelf as a new end table. Another big thing that we did was buy some curtains. So we found some curtains off of Craigslist, and then we made our own sort of curtain rods out of wood from the hardware store. And the curtains act as this like wonderful way to just simplify the space, because when the curtains are on, since they're white against a white wall, it really just gives this nice white background to half of the room. When they're closed, you don't see what's going on in the closet, which on a regular day when you're living with someone who doesn't really care about organization or cleanliness can be pretty crazy. So the curtains are amazing and they're a lifesaver, and I really, really love the way that they turned out. And then also we got a new bedspread. So we had this like conglomeration of blankets that I had bought from the thrift store. My partner really loves to sleep with a thick, heavy blanket on top of him, and since we didn't have any of those, he was just using like 5 blankets. And 5 blankets is just too much. And so I scoured all of the thrift stores in my area. I literally went to 5 different stores and I could not find a comforter, or the comforter that I liked was ridiculously expensive for the quality that they were offering. So what we ended up doing was going to Target, and we bought a comforter set that they had there. It was $50 for a blanket, a throw, a pillow, and 2 pillowcases, and everything matched perfectly, which was another problem when I was shopping at the thrift store. I was looking for a whole set that would match, and I had a couple of different color schemes in mind. I would either go for black or white or navy, and I was even okay with gray because those are the colors that we kind of agreed on, but I just couldn't find every single piece in a similar color, and it was too stressful. We also added some LED lights around the top corners of the room by the ceiling. And I've mentioned this before, but because we live in a basement, it's really dark, and one of my biggest complaints about our room is that it just felt like a dungeon walking in there, and so having more lighting was really important. But we didn't want lighting that would clutter up the space. So those are the main things that we did to transfer the room and change the aesthetic of it so that it was less cluttered and kind of thrown together and felt more like a minimalist version of a livable room. Because although it doesn't have that all-white modernist aesthetic, it does feel very clean and decluttered and minimal. With all of the little items and things that we decluttered from the shelving and from the closets, I tried to give away a lot of them for free on Craigslist. I also tried to sell a lot of them on Craigslist. And then the rest of the things that I didn't sell or give away, I just took to my local thrift store. And then the finishing touches were to just put some nice things that we had on display. So I've got some artwork. My sister is into pottery and ceramics, so I put some of her pieces up around the shelves, and some candles that I'd been wanting to burn but hadn't been burning because they were like hidden away and not in a good place to really be used. And then my partner has like some little figurines and some manly swords and army canteens and flasks that he wanted to put on display. So the result is that our room looks more curated and more organized and decluttered, but also like a nice place to lay down and relax, light a candle, listen to some music, do some homework, whatever you need to do. And at the same time, it remains really functional. I know a lot of people go minimalist and I don't know, they just want this aesthetic and they shove everything in a closet, or they get rid of stuff that they might actually need. So we still have trash cans in our room, and we still have a hamper, and we still have storage spaces. But everything is more put together and clean than it was before. Both stylistically cleaner and actually cleaner. I hope you guys liked this video about my minimalist room transformation. I feel completely different when I walk into our bedroom. I feel like so light and airy, and I just love hanging out in it. And of course, the cats love it too. They can't wait to run into my room and jump right on the bed and cuddle up with their blankets. So let me know what you guys think of our minimalist room transformation. Do you think it's minimalist enough? Do you think it could be more minimalist? Do you think that because it doesn't fit the minimalist aesthetic that it's not really minimalist? Do you even like the minimalist aesthetic? That's just a lot, isn't it? As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos about being a minimalist in a materialist world, and I will see you in the next one.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all saying about me. It's all